People who grew up rich, what did you think was normal until you learned otherwise? Someone I knew in high school was extremely wealthy. The first time we went over to his house, he was really nervous. He kept saying stuff like my family used to be rich. We used to live in a really big house before my dad lost his job and we moved here. He kept going on and on about this, and was very insecure. Then we get to his house and it's a freaking mansion with a 6-car garage. He was 18 and drove a black convertible that was about $100,000 minimum, not including the custom work they had done to it. He had a gorgeous backyard with a canopied patio, an outdoor kitchen, and an in-ground hot tub, and he thought he was poor because he didn't have a pool. His bedroom was double the size of my parents' master bedroom, and had skylights and a gorgeous hotel suite-like bathroom and walk-in closet. He also had a wine cellar and maids. As we were walking around his house, I noticed how empty it was, and our other friend asked where his family was. His 16-year-old sister was casually doing an internship for photography and staying by herself in a rented mansion in LA. His older brother was on an extended ski trip with his friends in the mountains, and his parents were on a month-long vacation in the Caribbean. The only reason he was still in town and living alone was because he was supposed to be getting stuff together for college. What did that entail? His parents giving him a credit card and telling him to buy whatever he wanted. It was actually quite sad. The house was so huge and he had been staying there all by himself while his family was off in random places. After I left, I kept picturing this guy walking around in his professionally decorated mansion all alone, and cooking another frozen Whole Foods pizza to eat by himself. But then I remembered he could eat it in his home movie theater while sitting in one of 14 massage chairs. We actually spent a lot of time at his house that summer. Even though his parents were never home, we never threw parties or trashed the place or anything. He mostly just wanted people to talk to and listen to music with, or play video games in his room. He had a giant flat screen and surround sound and floor-to-ceiling shelving with every game and console imaginable. I actually ran into him about a year ago around December. He seemed decently happy, and had graduated from an extremely nice college 2 years early, had his own small apartment with a roommate he could afford one of his own but didn't like being lonely, and had adopted a cat. He also had 3 cars. He ended up taking a year to travel the United States in a shitty beat-up van with his high school friends, and took up photography as a hobby. He showed me a bunch of pictures from his trip out west. Then casually mixed in were some pictures of him and Orlando Bloom. Remember that mansion his parents were renting for his 16-year-old sister? They ended up buying it to use as a summer home, and it just so happened that their closest neighbor was none other than Orlando Bloom. But remember guys, he used to be way richer.